Hey there, and welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, I'm really glad you stopped by. Today, we're diving into a topic that sparks a lot of curiosity, debate, and even inspiration all over the internet: MrBeast and his net worth. But instead of just throwing numbers at you, let's slow down a bit and talk about the story behind the money, the mindset, and what his journey might say about success in today's digital world. When people hear the name MrBeast, the first things that usually come to mind are massive giveaways, insane challenges, and videos that seem to get bigger every single time. But have you ever paused and wondered how someone goes from being a regular kid uploading YouTube videos to becoming one of the most financially successful creators on the planet? And more importantly, what does that kind of success actually mean? MrBeast, whose real name is Jimmy Donaldson, reportedly has a net worth estimated in the tens of millions, with many sources suggesting it has crossed or is approaching the $100 million mark. That number alone is shocking, but what's even more fascinating is how he built it. This isn't just about ad revenue from YouTube views. His income comes from multiple streams, sponsorships, merchandise, food brands like MrBeast Burger and Feastables, and even investments back into his own content. That leads to an interesting question. In a world where attention is currency, is creativity becoming one of the most powerful assets you can have? One thing that really sets MrBeast apart is how he treats money almost like a tool rather than a reward. Instead of cashing out early and slowing down, he famously reinvests a huge portion of what he earns back into his videos. Bigger ideas require bigger budgets, and his willingness to take that risk has paid off in views, subscribers, and influence. Think about that for a moment. How many people would be willing to pour millions back into their work just to make something even better? Would you take that gamble if the outcome wasn't guaranteed? Another reason his net worth keeps growing is his deep understanding of people. His videos tap into emotions we all relate to: excitement, surprise, generosity, and sometimes even disbelief. Watching someone give away life-changing amounts of money or help strangers in unexpected ways creates a shared emotional experience. It makes viewers feel like they're part of something bigger. And that raises another thought-provoking question. Do you think people are more drawn to content that entertains them, or content that gives them hope? Of course, whenever massive wealth is involved, there's always criticism. Some people question whether generosity on camera is genuine, or whether it's just a smart business move. And honestly, that's a fair conversation to have. But maybe the more interesting question isn't why he benefits from it. Maybe it's why generosity resonates so deeply with millions of viewers. If helping others while also building a brand creates real positive impact, does the intention matter as much as the outcome? What's also incredible is how MrBeast has turned a YouTube channel into something that looks more like a full-scale media company. He employs teams, plans large-scale productions, and treats content creation with the same seriousness as traditional film or television. This shift says a lot about where entertainment is headed. We're no longer in a world where success only comes from Hollywood studios or major networks. Anyone with an idea, consistency, and a deep understanding of their audience can build something massive. So here's something to think about. If the barriers to entry are lower than ever, what's really holding most people back from starting? Another angle people often overlook is the pressure that comes with this level of success. When your audience expects every new video to be bigger than the last, the stakes keep rising. More money, more people, more expectations. That kind of pressure isn't talked about nearly enough. Is constant growth healthy, or does there come a point where slowing down is the real success? MrBeast's net worth also highlights how much the definition of career has changed. 10 or 20 years ago, telling someone you wanted to be a YouTuber probably wouldn't be taken seriously. Today, it's one of the most influential career paths on the planet. That shift makes you wonder, what careers that seem unrealistic today might be completely normal in another decade? At its core, the fascination with MrBeast's wealth isn't really about the money. It's about possibility. It's about seeing someone take an idea, stay obsessed with improving it, fail publicly, learn fast, and eventually create something that reaches millions of people around the world. Whether you admire him, question his methods, or simply enjoy the spectacle, there's no denying that his story represents a new era of success. So I'll leave you with this. If you had access to that level of money and influence, what would you do with it? Would you give it away? build businesses, create art, or try to change the world in your own way? Take a moment and really think about that. If you enjoyed this video and found it interesting, go ahead and give it a like. It truly helps the channel grow. Share it with someone who loves creator stories, business, or big conversations about success. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss future videos just like this one. Thanks so much for spending your time here, and I'll see you in the next video.